Hello everyone. You guys can hear me?
Yes, yes.
Okay, thank you. Okay, good evening everyone. Hope you guys are doing good at home, staying safe, and already have your dinner. Okay, anyway, my name is Surena, and welcome to our event today, our GIS ABC Bizporter. Okay, so I believe we are still expecting a lot of our friends to come and join, right? So before we actually start the actual event, for those who are already here, okay, we have this financial fitness question for you guys. Okay, we actually have been doing this quite frequently recently. Why? Because we want to know are we a real good people, we have enough knowledge to do investment or not, and also to improve our knowledge by testing our knowledge regularly, right? So you guys can see it's either you guys can write this shortener, which is the HTTPS at bit.ly slash T3VR5LDJ, or you can actually, there is a small QR code at the girl, right? You guys can actually scan the QR code and then it will bring you to the questionnaire. Okay, please, I think we got some time, a little bit of time now. Okay, another few more minutes, we're going to actually start the event. So you guys can do the fitness first. If you guys if you don't have enough time, no worries, we can do it later. Okay, we're going to show you guys this thing later as well. All right, so carry on. Please try to do this fitness test and see how fit are we financially. Okay, for those who just joined us, please scan this QR code here for you guys to join the fitness test. So you guys have a better understanding about your own financial fitness. Okay, so I think we are already at 8:30 now. Okay, we already reached the time for us to start the event. Okay, again, welcome to everyone. I hope you guys are doing safe at home and already have your dinner. Okay, so you have enough energy to listen to all this information, right? So we got a lot of a lot of good information for our friend to share later, and hope you guys are giving your full attention and try to learn as much as possible and to get the best benefit. Okay. All right. So before we go further, okay, some of your friends, right, maybe they didn't get the chance to actually join in the Zoom session. Maybe you can also ask them to join in the Facebook as well. Okay, so now let's, as our novel culture, okay, so let's put our attention to the screen to watch our latest MCM corporate video. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. Okay, so now let me do a little bit of disclaimer and let me introduce again, right? I think some of you guys just joined, right? Okay, my name is Sure, and some of you guys might be joining us from Facebook Live, right? So if you guys are watching our Facebook Live, please do like our MCM page and also share this live, all right? So more people can get benefit out of this sharing. All right. So today this is a little bit about our disclaimer. Okay, MCM actually we are not an investment guru. Okay, when we say we are not an investment guru, what are we trying to say here? So basically, we are like same like all of us here. We also start as an individual investors, and then gain our experience throughout the years by getting to know more projects, bringing like-minded people together, and also investing in a lot of projects. And actually, we already invest in more than 10 countries. Okay, so today we are not here to sell. So, okay, so you can sit back and relax and try to absorb as much information as possible. And this is our motto here because you can see now everyone can invest globally, right? Like those days when people come and talk to me about investing globally is something like I never think of. But now today with NCM, I invested in a few countries. And also today, you guys can see, we are actually a community. So basically, we got more than 5,000 people. Okay, like a person can make a wise decision, but if 5,000 people, we can have a better, community where we can help each other and also teach each other when we want to make a good investment decision. All right. So basically, this content of this presentation also does not reflect the official opinion of Max Capital Management. Okay, and the responsibility for the information and views expressed in the present presentation lies entirely on the author. Okay, so what we want to say here is basically is all from our experience. Okay, so today all of us here also have to be able to do our own due diligence and learn as much as possible to see whether it's suitable for me or not. Okay, so basically this presentation also is a sharing of experience and not investment advice or recommendation. Okay, and please also want to ask our friends here to not record. Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and a little bit of our do and don'ts. Okay, in webinar, some of our little bit of our housekeeping. If you guys can see, the first thing is you should turn on your speaker and laptop volume. Highly recommended if you use a earphone for clarity. Okay, so it's easy for you guys to listen. And second one, if you guys want to enter the Zoom meeting, make sure you join audio or call via device audio for mobile devices. Okay, so some people they come and join the Zoom audio, they cannot listen. All right. And then the number three is if there is any inquiries, please kindly chat or raise hand. Okay, those in Facebook, you guys can, Facebook Live, you guys can write in the comment. Okay, so if you guys got any questions to the speakers and whatnot. And the fourth one is to avoid lagging for those people in the Zoom. Okay, so you can actually stop video. So you can just listening. Okay. Okay, so if let's say we are experiencing, sorry. So if let's say we are experiencing any issues with the network or whatsoever, so I would like to ask early apology, okay, because we all are working remotely and trying to share from our own screen from our place. Okay, so now let's look at our video for this Bizporter. Okay, the first speaker of the day, we're going to talk about this Bizporter. So let's watch a video first before we invite the speaker. thank you for your attention to watch this very nice video prepared by Bizporter. All right, so now let's go to invite this very special person. Okay, just now when you guys watch the video, right, you guys can see there is a lot of things that they're trying to do, right? Okay, you guys can see they are on the supply chain, and you can see some brands there, you can see some university in there. All right, so basically we got our speaker here, Mr. Dan here. He's actually a CEO of MCM Ecom Global Venture, and his expertise is actually in supply chain re-engineering. Okay, something that we hardly hear, but he's going to share to us what we have in the presentation. So basically, you got two parts. Basically, the Bizporter, which is the e-commerce enabler, and also there's another opportunity in ABC. Okay, ABC, we always hear about Air Batu Campur, right? So this is a little bit of ABC. So different ABC. So please put your attention to the screen. And I would like to ask whether the speaker is ready or not. Dan, are you ready?
Oh, yes. Thank you, Suren.
Okay, I think we can move on. Okay, so
Okay,
let's put a virtual clap for Dan.
thank you very much.
Okay,
all right.
So pass it to you, Dan.
All right, thank you so much. Hi, good evening, everyone. And I will be so honored to be here. And thank you to MCM for arranging these presentations and webinar. I'm Dan, and thank you so much for joining us tonight. And of course that I'm from MCM Eco Global Ventures. I have about 16 years experience in the supply chain re-engineering. So right now, we actually name ourselves and our solutions as Bizporter. It's a humble name. It's a business porter. It's like we carry your business together with you. So this is what we do. So next. So before I would like to start further, that's explaining what we do. As you can see from our videos, we actually have four main pillars in our business. The first pillar, actually, we are doing consulting that we're helping most of the leading FMCG company, FMCG referring to fast-moving consumable goods, mainly like soft drinks, dairy products, food industry, even food packaging industry. That is where our customer been servicing by us throughout Malaysia, Singapore, and Thailand. And of course, right now, we actually quite proud because we have delivered and in commissioning or installations, one of the tallest warehouse with the highest throughput or highest speed in Shah Alam right now. That's we are enabling them with about 250 containers per hour. That is what we are designing, and we are fully automated the entire system. And that is part of our consulting business. And of course, secondly is we have spent many years designing Commerce 4.0, which is to enabling the retail industry in the upcoming demand towards the innovation solutions in actually ensuring that the business is continuously making profit. Of course, the third one is we have our Bizporter warehouse management system and the fulfillment system that is turned out to be the huge demand in the next coming years, I believe. And that will be actually one of the solutions that we put a lot of attention in to enabling others to actually simplify their business investment, and whereby we are here to actually load down everyone business costs at the same time to achieve the efficiency. Of course, finally is actually the last mile. We are very proud because we actually decided to team up with the J&T Express as our last mile partners. So now we actually have a very close relationship with them. And these are the four pillars that we are doing right now. And combining these four pillars, we actually an ecosystem that we can provide end-to-end supply chain to actually help company, even from semi and medium enterprise, all the way to the big corporations. I mean, to help them transforming themselves from the traditional way towards the fulfillment of the fourth industrial revolutions, which is, I believe that government is quite encouraged right now. So, but of course, that we have a full confidence that we can achieve that. So that's why I believe that everyone can see the slide right now that I would like to start from this revolutions with the Bizporter platform and what we're going to do. So I will say that we have actually first traditional business. I believe that everyone is interested with business and try to become an entrepreneur. So let's see the traditional that every time we want to run a business, we need to create transactions. Transaction refer to, I'm going to sell some products, you're going to give me some money. So what we do, and very traditionally, we open a retail store. And that retail store, we call it a bricks and mortar. But due to the cost, and especially right now with the virus conditions, that things start to change. And I'm very sure that we can put the words called obsolete, but I'm sorry, there's my team actually put up some wrong spelling there. But actually the traditional way is literally is being obsolete, and there is no longer really relevant due to the high cost of running. And but of course that when you look back to the revolutions from traditional towards e-commerce, we call it started from the website selling. And website selling, of course, that we say that why is a past? Because it's actually just the website selling, because it's the first stage of transforming from a traditional towards the digital way. And of course that after that, there will be a multi-channel. What is multi-channel? Multi-channel means that you have TV sales, you have Facebook sales, you have Instagram sales, you have website sales happening concurrently. So literally they doesn't cross to each other, but it's still selling bricks and mortar, it's still selling through Facebook, it's still selling through website. So the Facebook people call it social commerce, website people call it e-commerce, and that's it. There is actually another way that people find more way to reach out to the customer. But the main issue with multi-channel is you need to stock up lots of inventory, and you need to find lots of fulfillment center which is not available in Malaysia, and turn out that the business very hard to scale. Why? Because previously people sell like pallet. By one pallet is 1 ton, is a huge amount. And after the people start to move to selling by carton, and now the market start demanding to buy it by pieces. So the cost effectiveness is really hard to achieve by when we're moving from the bulk to the very complex by pieces movement. So that's why we believe that by creating an ecosystem that Bizporter able to load down all these costs and helps our clients and helps our customer to move towards the future way. And I will say that they're always that, you know, the past you are good, you know the present you are great, if you know the future you are invincible. So that is how we perception that if all the business owner can have a piece of solution through consulting and the software as a services that they just pay by rental, the cost of entering towards the innovation will be much lower. So this is what we do. And I hope that I managed to position and onboard you to Bizporter business in a very intuitive manner. And I hope that if you have any questions, please drop us the questions. So next. Okay. Of course, we involve in many industrial segments. As you can see that we actually working very closely with Gear Up right now to help them to move towards the new retails. And we have a Mokoya, which is a commodity, is a plain t-shirt that we also help them to enabling so that to reach out to the customer. In Vietnam, we have collaboration partners with Da Nang Golden Bay, which is consists of 1,600 rooms, and we convert the entire hotels to become a retail mall. So this is one of our interesting projects. And Utah is actually our CSR programs, and FNN is our main customer throughout the Southeast Asia, as well as, of course, we have ABC, which is the highlight of today. So later I will run you through more details about the ABC, which is actually a bubble tea retail long tail chain store. So next one. All right. This is actually a little bit of the structures of the Commerce 4.0. That because in order to run a retail, that I would like to focus more towards one particular pillar that I call it as a Commerce 4.0 solutions that's to enabling the omni-channel way of transactions. So I hope that these actually the Android and iOS apps driven as well as a website driven enable it inside the features is actually included a social commerce as well. So later on, I will run you through the demo. Next. Okay, well, of course that every solution, there are key fundamental functions required. The first one, we call it cashless. And I think that during the virus periods, everyone, included myself, I went to do my grocery. I did not carry cash because I worry the cash having the COVID-19 virus. So I usually prefer to use credit card, or I prefer to use you know, the e-wallets kind of transactions. So, but of course that the cashless right now, I believe that it will be actually growing much faster. But when cashless actually having a tremendous adoption or acceptance by the consumer, means that the e-commerce or the digital way of retailing will be growing tremendously or almost exponentially, just like the virus recently. So I hope that take this opportunity. I think the transformations is definitely unavoidable because cashless is going to be a huge thing after the MCO and even globally. The next one. Okay, consumer database eventually is very important because as running any business, if we don't know our customer, I don't think we can be successful. So every single details and who they are they female or are they male, what is their age range, and maybe what roughly where they stay, and all these informations are extremely important. And I will say that without a system, we can't really managing millions of data. That's we definitely losing control. And no matter how much hard work we're putting in, without the consumer data, without our customer data, it's really hard for us to progress. So that's the reason that we actually also working very closely, for example, with Alibaba cloud computing, with the big data departments, to actually start looking into a big data analytics so that we can actually design more and more insight for the business owner to understand their customer in a better way, in a much more details. Yeah, so this is a consumer database is enabling by Bizporter as well. Next. Okay. Oh, integrated supply chain. This is actually our forte, and we've been designing a lots of warehouse, which similar to as you've seen in Amazon warehouse, in Alibaba warehouse, in DFTZ, and we have a very close partners in China, and we've been very designing a system to actually fulfill the IR 4.0. And right now we've been helping almost all the big corporates to transform from the traditional way into a modern way. And we did one design in Singapore that we completely eliminated all forklift and all manpower. And there's no humans literally working inside the warehouse because the warehouse is operating as 2 degree, which is very cold, and we managed to design it completely manless. So, but for e-commerce, that we can really design a much more effective way, lower down operating costs, and driving the efficiency to meet the throughput that's being handled by pieces. So each of the orders, you even buy one piece of one piece of pen that's we able to process that orders. So this is a fully integrated supply chain, mainly focused on the warehouse solutions. Next. Yep. There's another one is regarding real-time customer engagement. That's there are many business information we need to actually sharing. For example, traditionally, we go to the retail store, we pay money, they give us the receipt. But now we can cut down all this paperwork that we can actually engaging with them without any paper-based, without any solid cost, because digital are all free and the data is also very cheap that we can access right now. That is the reason that there are more cost effectiveness that when we have a real-time customer engagement, as well as when they have a piece of apps in their supercomputer in their pocket. I believe that you can actually send much more information such as promotion. For example, you no longer need to print the brochures, but you can actually send it digitally and they can actually receive it. And also, even when they buy, they can receive the invoice, or they can receive the shipment information in a real-time manner. And that is actually what we refer to a real-time customer engagement. So these are four pillars that's required in the Commerce 4.0. And I hope that I managed to bring out these four fundamentals, functionality that is must equip in the application right now. Next. Yeah. Yep. Sorry. We actually also concerned, and we've been actually passionate to actually helping our Malaysia university level. And we have also very, very active since 2019 in helping university students to kickstart their entrepreneurship journey. So this is the incubation programs that we sponsor, as well as we support Utah. And I would like to run through the videos for you.
Tell me what you mean by loving me on higher, and show me what those days are. You wanna give me what you got, I must confess I got my dreams, I got my demons, something to believe in. Careful how you leave me, oh you know I'm just a lonely soul sister, searching for it, mister. I got my road, my road, now take me to your river and bathe me in the water and preach to me, tell me why I need your love, why I got to have your love, testify your love, make me a believer. Tell me what you mean by I ain't living right yet. And tell me again, you wanna take on this fight? I got two fists, I got my dreams, I got my demons.
Yeah. So that's it. There's actually a vibrant community. There's actually Utah students are loving it right now, and they've been actually enjoying the entrepreneurship journey via the Bizporter ecosystem. Yep. All right. So I hope that's it is about what MCM Ecom is all about and what kind of business we are in. And now I would like to proudly actually introducing our new projects. We call it ABC. And of course that there always a reason that why you call it ABC, as you can always realize that when the brand start with A, usually are big projects. As you can see that Amazon is a great company and Alibaba is a great company. So I think that A is a very good feng shui. But anyway, it's like because we would like to have more Malaysian way. We're proud to be Malaysian no matter what. And we hope that they start with the young memory that's Ais Batu Kacang, Ais Batu Campur, right, Suren? Yeah. So that one, we try to actually move towards the new generations that's no longer have Ais Batu Campur, but it's actually a bubble tea. And this brand will be heritage so that it's forward generation to generation. So that is the reason that why we call it ABC, or we call it Abobacha. So welcome. Next. Hello.
Okay, then carry on. Then carry on. We can listen.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So there is actually a bit of our introductions videos that we did in Utah, and also we did in Segi University. So that's markets mainly actually referring to university side. And now where the ABC is actually a homegrown bubble tea beverages, and there is here we actually hopefully to actually expand it nationally in Malaysia, as well as towards the Southeast Asia countries such as in Singapore and in Vietnam. Yeah, next. All right. So today I would like to actually go through a few business opportunity of ABC as part of business that we're enabling in Malaysia, and also hopefully we will actually aim to expand it within Southeast Asia. So here we will cover today the story about the brand, and secondly is the brand identity. The third one will be the products, and the fourth one is referring to the business details a bit. So this is actually how it works. So let's next one. Okay. So actually, as you can see here, that ABC actually is a bubble tea, but of course that bubble tea, we have lots of details that we produce currently in Taiwan, and we actually bring it forward. That's we're moving the production line to Malaysia. So this is actually will be happening by probably end of this year, but due to the virus conditions, we probably push it to 2021 to actually realizations of the production line implementations in Malaysia. And after that, this actually currently the products will be imported from Taiwan with the mission that's to enabling young generations, which is want to become entrepreneurs that start up the business with a lower cost, and this way the mission statement. But of course, our vision is to embracing the entrepreneurship throughout the era of the Commerce 4.0 by integrating the full digitalizations of the retail chain experience throughout the industry, which is a new disruptive method to actually put up the retail applications to uh, innovate the way of the operating is being running. Yeah. Next. All right. Of course, that you see our brand is actually put up some logo definitions that is actually the logo shown that is a combination of cup, a boba, the tea leaf, and the people that is smiling with the happiness. So by combining that, that will be actually a boba cha logo and identity. And we hope that's to bring more happiness to everyone, so that every customer will be a happy customer. Next. Yeah, these are the merchandise that we actually are going to develop and design respectively to all the the retails merchandise for the best experience when the consumer is buying. Next. Yeah. Oh, this is actually the products that we're going to introduce to the market. And as you can see here, the boba is a very unique product by itself. As you can see that boba being run through almost also revolutionized. That's a very beginning that most of the bubble tea store that they probably everyone know bubble tea right now. And you can see that everyone buy the raw boba, means that the pearl, and then we cook it with lots of the cooking rice cooking bowl, and then we just cook it and then we serve it directly. So the issue is they have to cook so many boba, they have to cook so many brown sugar, but in fact that the boba, no matter how you cook it, there is actually tasteless. So this we created so much wastages, but the issue is still no taste. The boba is actually literally just rely on the brown sugar to give certain sweetness, which is not really healthy. But we actually make the whole new difference that each of our boba is infused with a natural fruit flavor. If you see a mango boba, that every bite you can really taste a mango flavor. If you are matcha, you can really taste a green tea flavor. And I believe that these are the so exciting products that we were able to bring up so many colorful and happiness when our customer of the ABC is actually when they consume each of the flavor. And we have so many flavor right now, as we also continuously with so many other products. And maybe we go for the next page. I would like to show you more. Okay, so this is our menu, and you go through the menu, next one. And I would like to highlight, I believe that one of the very in thing is actually the coffee boba milk tea. And each of the boba is infused with the very intense coffee flavor, which is one of the huge market that the bubble tea shop are actually not really tackling this group of sales. Coffee is actually great for lots of executive level working adults and even university students. They love coffee, which is coffee is one of the largest commodity. And I think that this will be a great market segment that we can cover by the coffee flavor. And we are the only and the first one in Southeast Asia that we have the coffee boba milk tea. It's not just the tea with the coffee, but each of the boba is actually really infused with the intense coffee taste. And I tested it and I love it so much. And it's a so amazing product. And I wish to hope that you can actually really try it as soon as possible. And second one, of course, the brown sugar, which is actually quite common to everyone. And especially also we have a red tea. So these are the few things. Well, I will say that it's definitely one of the important products right now. And next one, we also have a fruit based. So as you can see, we have a mango, we have strawberry, we have matcha, and we have actually many more that's actually coming soon. But because we hope that the consumers or products can be actually more focused, and we hope that to introduce at least like six SKU, then we will actually expand more into even a fruit tea based. Fruit tea based means that there is actually maybe no boba. Sometimes the consumer don't like boba. We also can have a new one. And recently, our R&D is also informed us that they have created even a yogurt drinks, a yogurt boba. So that would be nice. Okay, next. Yep. So we have a lemon fruit tea, we have grapefruit tea, and we have peach fruit tea. And of course that these are amazing drinks that you can literally drink 3 to 4 cups a day. There's no question asked because it's so super delicious. Yeah. So next one. And actually each of our boba, because it's actually infused with the flavor and it's actually sweet, we be really great that we actually worked with some of the leading FMCG that they actually produce a very special sparkling water for us, and the soda water for us. That is actually a brand new refreshment, especially when we come to the Malaysian weather right now. So that I think this is also one of the interesting selling points around here. And I hope that when you see the product range that we actually crafted to the best experience for our ABC consumptions. Yep, next. All right. We actually encouraging right now, we're encouraging a kiosk concept because the main reason is our ABC is actually being run completely with the apps driven, and there is actually so easy to prepare, and every single pack is actually referring to one serving. And if conventionally each of the bubble tea shop required 7 to 8 people, and in ABC we are proudly just required only 2 persons to operate the retail. And the footprint requirement is far more smaller, probably just 10% off, or maybe it's 50%, referring to the different sizes of the retail store. I think that will be bring it down to the best operating cost. Yeah, so that will be actually very, very important that we able to bring down the cost. When you bring down the cost, you probably have a better profit achievement. Yeah, next. Yeah, so this is another concept, because we hope that to actually entering shopping mall, we hope that to actually just position to most of the university, because I believe that university students so far, they love the bubble tea, and they actually feel that this is actually one of the amazing beverages they can enjoy it right now, instead of the boba or the pearl that is actually tasteless. Yeah, next. Yeah. So even though some of the mobile temporary locations, that is actually also possible, that I would think that we're able to enabling this one through the kiosk concept as well. Yeah. Next. Yeah. So I believe that right now, like a lot of university, the students really love a sidewalk cafe, a more vibrant way of a food truck concept that pick up and go, and also sometimes it's a small gathering. So this will become a great concept, because they require so small footprint that literally it can literally fit any corner as you want, as long as there's just a PowerPoint and a power supply around there. And even you not required a water. So this is the innovations and the simplicity that we created to actually operate a bubble tea shop. Next. Yeah. So this is another concept for your perspective. Next. Yeah. Even a cafe, yes, even a cafe that they can actually adapting our ABC concept, and they can actually transform, become a bubble tea shop as well. So this will be actually one of the interesting way that we can see another potential market that we can expand ourselves as fast, as rapid as possible. Next. All right. So when it comes to system, that this actually definitely is actually go through a system first. As you can see that when you go log in into our apps, and you're able to find your locations, or you're able to choose the locations or the retail point that you would like to buy from. And this we call it offline, online to offline. It means that the O2O concept, that's one of the new business model, as most of it are quite, it's a very new business experiential, because it's a best blend and the balancing between the fully digitalization and the traditional way. So this is actually the easiest business model that will be accepted by the consumer, as also lowered down in terms of the marketing cost, because you are physically present there. And I would like to run you through the way that the software is presenting. So I think I will cover this one about the details in the later system demo. Next. All right. We actually helping each of the retailer with the real-time supply chain integration, and by using a milk run. Milk run is a logistic term that we always know in real time that each of the retail, that how many cups of mango bubble tea, or how many cups of coffee bubble tea was sold. And what we do is we will replenish every single day, that today you sold 200 cups of coffee, and you sold 200 cups of mango, and the later afternoon we will replenish that 200 cups of coffee and 200 cups of mango automatically, without any human interventions, because all our fulfillment centers are fully integrated to our system in order to maximizing the efficiency of the way that we service each of the retail store. So there is actually no human intervention. And in the most of the SME that running a retail, that's you facing difficulty to manage your cash. Every day you need to control your cash. So now ABC retail store, you no longer have any problems to manage the cash. Second, that's when you actually running the store, you also need to manage a minimum inventory. So because of our milk run and the logistic integrations, we can 100% respond without even calling you. So we were able to respond back and ensuring that the stock and the inventory are optimum for the sales. And of course that there will be another items that we even manage the cash, because you actually receiving and you already have the gross profit already in your applications, because you can withdraw all the profit every day. You can also know how many sales you made and how many profit you earn in our Bizporter admin. So all these things is turning business in a more simple manner, and we can spend more time to promote and to focus on the sales to get profit. And this is what we are trying to do as much as we can. And I believe that this will be one of the best way for us to support all our retail chain. Next. Yeah, of course that we hope that to start up with the first 100 outlets. And I believe that with the market potential that we can even grow to as much as 400 outlets, because of each of the buildings, each of the shopping mall, and each of the university, they are all potential target that we would like to involve in and actually making available for each of the community. So this is actually what we are trying to do. Yeah. Next one. Yeah. So basically that will be about the products and about the operations, and also the possible targeted customer. And of course that you might wondering that how much your profit. I hope that will be reserved for the private sessions, and maybe we will able to keep certain trade secret if you're really interested to team up with us and be part of our ABC. Yeah. Okay, so now I also wish to cover a little bit more regarding on the branding, because I believe that as part of our brand owner responsibility, and we hope that we want to have a strong branding development. And I have actually during the MCO time, we actually have so many considerations due to the market changes, due to the constraint. We have a new requirements called social distancing, and these things are come in place. So I actually managed to bring up our best. That's this is the brand development that we would like to produce and also share with you. And of course that we will also share a little bit about our productions. And after that, we will actually see if you have any questions, you can actually let us know. Okay, now next one. Okay, so branding development through experiential, biologically, and that is actually what I would like to call it. And next one. Next slide. Yeah. So the best way to embrace our brand is to let our customer to really feel it, to really try it. But we have 5 senses that given by God, and every one of us, we have 5 great senses to experience the best thing in the world. So what we do is we have our eye, we have our ear, we can actually use our tongue to test the best sweetness, bitterness, or saltiness, and we can touch, and finally we can actually use our heart to feel it. And I believe that this is actually the way we touch the customer. And among the technology, that's we would like to show you. Next. Yeah, next. Yeah. Of course, based on the style that we actually want to give experiential, that how we actually make our consumer that's actually using their ear to experience and recognize our products. That's number 1. Number 2, next, is the way that test it, because we are beverages, definitely they can really test it, they can buy it, they can chew it. So this will be a immediate taste, but we would like to do more food testing and let the market actually recognize ABC as the greatest new bubble tea as also a new revolutionized bubble tea in the market. The next. Yeah. So we touch it, of course, we touch in a different way. And we would like to have this experiential. Later on, we'll show you and explain more. Next. Yeah. So the way we see it, of course, is by color. If you see the beautiful color and very appealing color, you will love to drink it. But our eye is actually one of the greatest asset that we can actually leverage on to actually increase our brand awareness. Next. And finally, I think is the way we feel it. And of course, that the feeling is the best, because once the customer feel love about the products, and they will have the feel of loyalty to the product as well, and also to the brand, because brand symbolizing of certain representations. So now we would like to actually implement some solutions that will be shown in the next slide. Yeah, next. Yeah. I've been actually putting a lot of efforts in actually analyzing this thing, and there are few items that we can use. And I believe that everyone are hearing this before. It's called the virtual reality VR, or the augmented reality called AR, and as well as a full immersive experience, which is the 3 latest technologies to enabling the retail chain. And we would like to put some of its technology to become part of the strategy to enabling the brand development. Next. Yeah. This will be the Google VR cardboards that eventually the cost is eventually very, very cheap. What we do is we actually want to bring the experience back to each of the consumer house, so that they can really feel like they can actually go into our retail store and experiencing, and even to see it using their eye, and almost they can feel that, they can touch it, they can feel it. And that is actually one of the solutions we are putting in. And this can be actually integrated to any of our iPhone or Android phone. So this will be actually one of the proactive and one of the solutions that to actually see how can we overcome the current situations and bring the experience back to each of our customer house. So this is one of the solutions. Next. Of course, that I believe that young generations and young audience, or the targeted customer segment, they love things that so Instagrammable. And we actually trying to put up the pop-up store that's throughout Malaysia. When we grow in KL, we will put up the ABC Museum, which is actually they can come in and experiencing so many interesting environments for them to take photos, to actually check in as one of the interesting sharing. And there is the way that we bring up the awareness, so that they can actually sharing it to millions of them in a very speed and short period of time. So next. Yeah. So we can actually build certain exhibitions with fully immersive, but I don't have opportunity to show you the fully immersive environment, which is it's really nice with that environment. I wish to maybe the next sessions of sharing, I hope that I can add in some of the immersive experience that I would like to create, and for all our potential customer and future customer to enjoy it, and then really we fall in love with ABC, and that is actually what we're going to do. Next. Yeah. So this is actually another concept that we put some boba, we put some bubble there, and everyone can just jump into the beautiful and engaging with the concept, and recognize that ABC is one of the part of their life, and the story can be shared. Yeah, next. Yep, this next. Yep, this is a concept. So we would try to see how can we build more experience there. And of course that social commerce, branding with the below the line branding development, these are some of the things that we will definitely put quite a lot of effort to push up the brand awareness there. Yeah, next. Yeah, this is actually some of concept. Next. Okay, so our operations are pretty straightforward, as I just now mentioned. So we can see the production line in the next slide. Yeah. Yeah. So from the productions from A to Z, that each of the products are 100% natural raw materials that we obtain in Taiwan farming. So that's we buying all the local farm from all these raw materials and no artificials. We actually produce it with a systematically packing and serve exactly 1 pack per serving. Means that 1 packing equal to 1 cup with the 500 cc capacity for per cup. And we only selling 1 standard size. That is actually easier for us to standardize the operations. And also we actually working with the leadings, milk or dairy products manufacturers together, so that we able to get the best support of our milk and also the best products from our pearl productions in Taiwan. And that will be actually enabling our supply chain with a much more cost effectiveness to ensure that the supply chain is there. And of course that all this we are keeping in our warehouse, which is actually at the level of minus 25 degree. And of course that maybe there's one new terms that you might interested to learn is each of the boba or the pearl, once they produce, they will be actually using IQF instant freezing, that they will freeze the products instantaneously, so that to ensure that the freshness and the best quality ever the moment that even they reach the store, so that our reefer truck or our logistic will be freshly delivery to the retail side to ensure that we have all the quality in check. So this is actually how the illustrations are all about. So I put up some few more slides there to explain on each of the components here, so that just for your perspective in a more structural way. Next. Yeah. So this is the raw mat that we obtain. Next. And the recipe is continuously developing because we always try to keep up to the more selections, and because this is a very demanding consumer industry, and the consumer markets is a super demanding as compared to before. So the continuously development of the new recipe and the new options are so crucial to ensure that the business is continuously prosperous. Next. Yeah, IKEA for freshness. I think these technologies are available for a long time, but we found that this is still the best solutions, and to keep up the syrup and also the pearl in the best conditions. And once we use IQF, the syrup is a liquid form turned into solid form instantaneously, and the pearl is also being turned into solid form. So there is no damages, and there is so far the best way ever throughout all the possible R&D. So that's why this IKF technology was actually selected and finalized to actually safekeeping the quality of the products. Next. Yeah. Of course, storage, I always prefer that to store it as a minus 25 degree. And currently, we've been storing in Port Klang with the minus 25 degree warehouse. And we can keep up to easily up to maybe 10 containers. There's no issue, and each of the containers can serving up to maybe 250,000 cups. So without any problems. Yeah. Next. Okay, and of course, a seamless supply chain fulfillments by our reefer trucking extremely important, because the trucking will be continuously go there to audit and to check the inventory. Is the inventory quality are actually safekeeping, and also to ensure that whatever service and support are being given. So this is actually a very important engagement to ensure that the maximum service that we actually can given to each of the retail store. Next.
Dan, we actually
Yep.
have another 5 more minutes.
Yep. Okay.
We can
Okay.
quickly.
Yep. So I actually finishing, and we can actually go to the demo actually. Yep.
Yeah.
So I
Next, right?
can, yeah, because I think this is actually definitely queueless because there is no queue requirement. And next one, there's also cashless. So maybe I would like to jump to the last page and I would like to go into the system demo. Next. Yeah, next. Yeah. So this is the demo and maybe I can share the screen so that will be ended of my presentations today.
You are going to share your screen now, there?
Yes, correct.
Okay, I think you can do it.
All right. Okay. So actually, I hope that we can actually see my screen right now. And this
Yes,
is actually
yes.
the apps in my iOS App Store. You can actually get it available in iOS and Android. Okay, so what happens is when you log in, and it's very important to actually register yourself, and you can actually get access with your, also after that, you can actually key in your personal data over here. All right, so but very important also because inside there is other products available. You can also add in your shipment address if you would like to purchase products that under B2C. Okay, so what we do is actually this is the ABC on this page right now, and when we click in over here, we will actually show all the retail store available in our chain. And let's say I would like to choose a cafe that's available in Segi University, and maybe I would like to choose that, let's say, a matcha bubble tea. So I can actually buy, and you can just click numbers of amount, and you can just click here. So over here, as you can see here, you can see the price. There's no postage fees. There's no GST. And if let's say there is a promotion, there will be shown discount over here, and there will be a total sub sales. But the system will give automatically loyalty programs that managed by Bizporter. And those points you can actually collect that. You see, I have enough points. I can actually just redeem for free. So after that, I can actually place order, and you can actually choose all available e-wallets and bank transactions as available right now, inclusive. And if let's say you can choose here, and there will be a payment gateway immediately, you can just key in. So this process is pretty simple. Once the purchase is done, you're able to receive your this voucher in the in the actually the orders here. So you can see all the orders, and you can actually see I abandoned the cart. I have to pay now, so that you can actually see here. All right. So all the orders will be available right now here. And if you purchase already, they will come out with the 2D barcode underneath this one. If you never pay, there is no barcode appear. So you use the barcode to redeem the moment that you pick up from the selected store. Yeah. So that is actually how it works. But of course that this is, we call it O2O concept, means that you select which outlet you wish to buy from, and then you pay, you go back to the outlet, and you can redeem the drinks without any requirements to just queue there, because they will pre-prepare your drinks before you reach there. So that is actually one of the new retailing concept that I hope that you can maybe understand, and is also part of the innovations, I believe, right now. So of course that nevertheless, because one more thing I would like to share with you is because as a MCM, we also supporting and enabling Gear Up. So right now, this is actually one of the concurrent projects that we are actually working together. So I would like to show you that, let's say this is actually a Gear Up, and this will become a B2C concept. So B2C concept that they actually can just buy. And for example, I love this shoe. If I love this shoe, and what I do is I can actually either I buy now, just like I have number size 7, or I can just, if I don't have the size, I don't buy. Or then at the same time, maybe you like to show to your friends, and you can actually share in your Facebook. So the Facebook, you can actually what do you call it, key in, then you can actually just, because I already logged in my Facebook, I can actually direct post. Once you post it, your friend actually can see it and they can actually also buy. So this is actually the way that the social commerce all about. And maybe I can show you that the Facebook way that once I post it already, you see that the shoe is beautifully displayed around here, and I can click in, it go back to the Bizporter apps again. And you can continue buy as a visitors, and you just pay straight away. So this is actually one of the way that I would like to demonstrate to you that how omni-channel, that's a cross, I mean that cross multiple channel and cross multiple platform can be seamlessly integrated for the enabling all sort of transactions, and that is the way, a new way of business. So to maximizing the chances of securing the business. So I think I hope that this sharing is sufficient, and then I would like to actually end my presentation here. Hope that you enjoy the sharing. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you,
Okay,
Dan.
thank you, Dan.
Can we
Can
have
we have
the slide again?
the slide again? Yeah. Okay. All right.
Wait, I don't know. Okay, so just now we are at. Okay, so for those our guests today, right? So for those you guys have been attending our You Learn Money every Saturdays, right? So basically, we have actually have this promotion for you guys to actually enjoy our You Learn Money as well. So if you guys want to know more about this, right, also can come and join us on Saturdays, right? To know what are the things that we have in our You Learn Money. Okay, so that basically we are going to learn more about financial literacy, right? So we have this you guys better take this picture as well, so you guys can use this coupon for you guys to enjoy the discounts. Okay, so next one. And yes, for those people who just now didn't manage to answer this financial fitness to see your financial fitness, so this is the opportunity actually to scan this little QR code there, and then for you to be able to answer your own financial fitness. All right, and then the next one. Yeah, I give you guys like 5 seconds for you guys to do this. Just take a picture of this QR code. I mean, then you can go to the answering page. All right. So, okay, we need a little bit more time. Okay, so I hope you guys are learning a lot today, right? For you guys, I know you guys get the chance to actually learn from this expert in the industry about this, how to do this business and whatnot, and also participate in this kind of projects. Okay, so what you guys can do right now actually to scan this QR code. Okay, we need you guys to give us the feedback. Okay, we're gonna give you guys like 3 minutes. Okay, so for you guys to go inside and give us a little bit of feedback on how we can improve this webinar. Okay, or what are the problems that you guys are facing and whatnot. So we're gonna have like 3 minutes for you guys to go to this feedback form to fill before we end the session. All right, so go ahead, scan this QR code, and then go and answer the questions in the feedback form. I will really appreciate for you guys to give us more and more feedback so we can improve and give you guys more information that will be more suitable for you guys. Okay, I think I hope you guys already go inside and then you guys can continue answering the feedback form. All right. So, okay, now thank you very much for you guys that joining us in Facebook. All right. And hope you guys learned a lot from us today. And for you guys, if you guys want to know more about this, right? Actually, we have more details coming later for our private group, basically inside our GIC. Okay, our global investment community is actually it's a closed membership. Okay, so basically you guys have to be a member. So for you guys in Facebook, if you guys want to be a member of GIC, please go ahead, continue. Even you can message us in our Facebook page so that we can actually give you guys more information about this. All right, so we're gonna end this Facebook live shortly. Okay, and then we will continue with our Zoom. All right, thank you very much. Hope you guys, I hope we can see you guys again in our next webinar. Thank you very much. Okay, and those who are joining us through Zoom, right? So please stay tuned. Okay, stay tuned. We're going to continue the Q&A session and more details in our Zoom session. So for those who are joining us in Zoom, please stay tuned with us. But for the Facebook session, we are ending the session soon. Thank you. All right. Thank you very much. So for those people who are joining us in Zoom, okay, welcome back. Okay, now we're going to carry on with our Q&A session. And for our Q&A session, we got two persons to actually do the Q&A session. And throughout the event, basically, we have been collecting some questions from our guests as well. All right. So is Dan and Lawson with us now? Just say a few words so that we know that you are ready for the Q&A session. Yes, Dan. Okay, how about Lawson?
I'm here.
How about Lawson? Lawson? Are you here with us? Lawson, if you're here, say hi.
That's right. I think you just continue. Don't worry.
Okay, so we start with Dan first. So we got this one question from Bizporter side. So basically, Bizporter, is Bizporter suitable for new business only, or the business who are trying to move from offline to online? I asked the question again. Is Bizporter suitable for new business only, or the businesses who are trying to move from offline to online?
Thank you, Suresh. Thank you for the questions. Actually, Bizporter is actually suitable for both business and for the business that would like to start digitalization when they started the business, they can actually leverage our Bizporter platform to actually kickstart and start learning what is digital platform. Because investment in the digital platform is a very, very expensive and costly. So lots of focusing on the apps development, but why don't we try to work very, very closely with our customer, with those new entrepreneurs, which they started the new business, focus 100% in the sales and let us take care the technology part. And we already can actually put up all the system ready with all the features available right now. And as compared to the invest by their own money, that would be too expensive. So there is actually one for the new business. But whereby for those that who are very big, for those that FMCG industry that would like to access directly to long tail supply chain and want to actually engage directly, maybe the company like F&N, the company like the Pepsi. So what they want is they want have a much stronger secondary distribution. And what we do, we will able to provide them the full system by white labeling, because we can offering full system and put up their branding there and enabling them with the new distributions, and they can operate using B2C, or they can option to choose B2B. And even they can also use the similar solutions like ABC that using O2O. So this strategy will be very, very dynamic, and they can roll out lightning fast without required to put much of the R&D investment in the business startup. Yep.
Okay, so
So
basically business can grow fast and also, more effective, right?
correct.
Okay,
Because we can actually launch it. We can actually launch it probably in less than a week.
wow, okay. That's very interesting. Okay, so can we move to the next question? The second question is more to this ABC, right? So we have this question saying that there are easily more than 15 brands of boba tea in the market. Would the market be saturated? What is the unique selling point of ABC compared to the
Yeah.
others?
Okay. You see, this is actually a very interesting questions that when we're looking into the current condition today, that's what is not stopping us is food and beverages. Food and beverages is forever is not being affected by the future business right now, inclusive the aftermath of the COVID-19 effect. And the commodity that we understand coffee. But I believe that today, bubble tea is actually part of our commodity as well, that it will not actually just disappear without a reason. And if we look at the things, that the products is widely accepted by our daily consumptions already, and everyone love it. So the largest commodity right now, last time we known as coffee, we known as tea. Coffee and tea is the largest commodity, but soft drink is slowing down, but bubble tea is also part of commodity. So that's why there is actually no saturations, but to perseverance with a further innovations to make consumer accepting our brands through a much more interesting way of engaging with the consumer, and through the better products R&D, and also to deliver more options for our consumer to enjoy. I think that is the way that we can sustain our business, rather than we think that there will be a saturation. And one more thing regarding about these questions, that there's bubble tea is also just one of the options among all the available beverages options that we're going to provide. Yep. So we're going to provide, as you can see just now, that we have fruit tea based, we have green tea based without a boba as well. And we will also introduce more, and that will be actually give us some room, and we will continue introducing more products to actually stay relevant in the marketplace.
So basically, I already seen some of these very unique flavors like bubble
Yes.
coffee, right? Okay, never
Yes.
even thought, right, to even try this bubble coffee. I should definitely want to try this. Okay, thank you very much, Dan, for your
Thank you, Suren.
answers. It really, expand our knowledge. And now we are moving to Lawson. Lawson, are you ready?
Yeah. Yes, I'm here. Just now I couldn't unmute myself.
All right. No worries, no problem. Okay, so just now we were talking about this opportunity to open kiosks and also become a franchisee and things like that, right? So we got two questions regarding that. So the first question will be, do we need to find our own location to set up the kiosk like a normal franchisee, right? And if I don't have a location to set up, can I log in the licensee? Okay, you can explain to us a little bit about the licensing fee as well. First thing about location, and second thing about this licensing fee.
Sure. Yeah, I think for those who are interested to go into licensing with us, actually we do have some location as well. So if you have your preferred locations, we don't mind to consider your location as well. You can come in with your locations as well. In fact, I think because of tonight, we are doing especially for our GIC members. Actually, we are going to offer at least we are going to offer 10 GIC members. We are going to waive our licensing fee for tonight. Yeah,
wow,
actually, our licensing fee now currently is actually worth at least 50,000 ringgit. Yeah, that's our licensing fee for starts. Yeah. So Yeah, so if you let's say if you don't have a location now and you want to log in for a license fee waiver for tonight, actually you can do a login now today, yeah, or you can we can have a private discussion later, or probably you can get contact from Serene or through the MCN. Yeah.
All right. And okay, that's very interesting. Thank you very much for the answer. We have another question here. Okay, how much capital do I need to set up the ABC kiosk?
Yeah, I think it's in any businesses setting up a business. Yeah, it depends on your locations or where you want to set up the kiosk. Yeah, if you choose a location in a shopping mall, definitely the rental is going to be very expensive, or compared to choose a locations outside at the shop lot or somewhere that's cheaper. So, how much capital you need is really depends on where is the locations that you selected. And actually, we do have a minimum setup fee. Yeah, as you can see just now, the sharing is done by Ben. I can see our concept is basically based on the kiosk concept. Yeah. So in order to set up the kiosk itself, with the whole setup, with all the appliances in it, and with the startup stocks, raw materials, the boba, the milk, and all the stuff, we are looking at somewhere around 50,000 as a setup fee.
Okay, so the licensing will be 50,000, and then the setup fee average should be around 50,000, right?
Yes.
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, and then I have another question just came in. So basically asking, is the licensing available to whole Malaysia, or is it certain states only for now?
Yes, it's actually basically we can open for the whole Malaysia. Yeah. Of course, currently our current concentration is in Klang Valley. Yeah, because we need to do the mill run as what we shared earlier.
The milk run, yes, we just. Thank you very much, Lawson. I think thank you very much again, Dan and Lawson, to give us more information. And then okay, so for those people who really want to know or to either want to participate in the business in the investment side, or you want to be one of these person that own this business as a franchisee or to own the kiosk as well. I think you guys can communicate with the person who invite you for this event, or communicate directly to those MCM for those REs. Okay, so thank you very much again. I really hope you guys you learn a lot today and be able and actually hopefully we finish this MCO as soon as possible and we can start to enjoy the ABC, right? I cannot wait to try this ABC, the coffee, right? So I hope.
Yes.
So I think I really feel that will be something different from the market. Being a bubble tea drinker myself. Okay, thank you very much again to everyone, and I hope to see you guys again in our next webinar. Okay, see you guys soon. Thank you.
I think,
yes,
I think this Saturday also we have this e-commerce.
Yes.
So please stay tuned.
Yes. We're gonna have this e-commerce session on this Saturday as well. So I think you guys can come and continue learning what we can how to explore in this opportunity. All right. So thank you again. See you guys soon.
Bye.
Bye bye. Okay.